So I think there's an identity crisis when you're an internet marketer with what we do here, because we represent so many things and there's no box that we can fit into. We are an absolute marketing solution, and you're learning how to do it in multiple ways, right? Not just blogging, not just content, not just ad posting, but then we also start doing SMS marketing. We also grow by, adapting and sharing this with others. And I say adapting by, we learn how to present it. We learn how to share this. We're making the world a better place by helping people create commerce into their home, right? Like create an economic value coming into their household, right? So today, I want to just touch base on a few things and then let you guys know there's a massive amount of creativity that's flowing through me right now. It's been nonstop. And so I'm trying to isolate the directions where we're going. Next week, I have some serious meetings. I'm trying to tackle another business to business offering for us that we got incredible direct commissions on. And it's going to go out there and we're all going to go blog it, because that's what we do, right? Initially, no matter what, we blog, right? We do our three things. We blog, we post ads, but there are some great services out there that we can represent. And it is something of almost of a wonder how many of these businesses, and some of them are even surviving. They had a couple niche clients they haven't grown for a long time, but yet their services are absolutely needed. And then we can just insert ourselves in, help connect product to consumer, right? Service to consumer, and get paid very well for doing so. And one of those ripe situations came up, and I was in meetings on it yesterday. I'm going to try to complete things next week. Stacy, heads up, we're going to have to add another tracking for Cash Network Direct. And it's a very, very lucrative one. All right. And it's something that that we're going to, there's a lot of us are going to be out there. And I'm just going to just state some obvious things that you may not know. Okay. There are lots of services that are absolutely required for government municipals, for educators, for anybody receiving government funds based on their classifications and types in the business. And this is something that a lot of people don't get into, and then some of us have been into. Well, and I'm gonna say this, and I know Jim's not here to listen to me right now. I check, but I'll say this carefully. Most businesses do not comply with everything they're supposed to do for the government. There's just so much to do, and they kind of get the stuff out of the way, and a lot of them should be doing these things, and just them getting noticed that they should have been doing it, they know they'll jump on it. It makes the path. It makes it more education. Here's your solution, and they can enroll. There's services like that. Okay, we have one of those such services that we're going to be rolling out, and I've negotiated an amazing deal for us, and there's a good history behind it, and it's one of those things that we can go represent and get things out there. But I was thinking about this. We need to, some of you may have a hard time representing who you are. At some point, you need to just own it, okay? And it usually comes from the lack of understanding how vital you are in the world as a marketer. Sometimes you just, you think you're just part of something like this. You guys, you are part of a marketing family. Together, we make amazing things happen and keep businesses alive and thriving. You are a successful marketer. Just by being in this family, you're making a huge impact in the world by connecting that. So when someone asks you what you do, right? We do a lot. But the best thing to say is I'm a marketing professional. I've been trained. I'm part of a huge marketing family, and we can market anything and everything. And if it fits our system, we market it. You can say things like that, get to know who you are. So when you wake up in the morning, you know what your focus is. We're also empowering others to do the same. We're taking marketing around the world and we're sharing it with the world that wants to help us. Anybody that wants to come in and learn how to do this and follow our core values is welcome to be part of RRR247. we're increasing the economic value of every household we can. And we're doing it by connecting products and services with consumers, filling the marketing need that most companies do not have. And I'm going to stress that, you guys, when I go to these meetings, these are $1 million companies, right? They're the small to medium sized American companies. You know what they don't know how to do? What you guys have all been trained to do. Even if we just look at the 3 legs of marketing that you're trained to do here, content, SEO, social media marketing, and ad posting, right? Those 3 things, more than most of these companies out there. They don't get it still. And you guys are doing it here nonstop, and you're learning how to do it. We're growing things out there. You're already experts, okay? Now, combined, we do a lot together. Nobody has what we have. There is no organization that operates like this. And you guys, quite frankly, no one communicates as well as we do. Our structure from top to the bottom is all about communication. We do all these trainings pushing forward. That was always part of the vision. There's no way not to do it that way and succeed big, because there's new things coming out all the time, new things to roll out. I just really wanted to do it, have those little couple conversations about this today with the top guys that come in. You guys show up on Saturdays and you're devoting to build this. You need to know where we're going on this, because it's going to start getting really exciting. Now, the overall side of the performance blogging system, the more we do, the more we get. There's not too much we can do as long as we confine to the structure that we have. The genius of the PBS is that it works with how people already consume and buy and gain knowledge and information. So I didn't reinvent that. I went with the flow of that, right? We just went with the flow. So I don't go against the grain. I don't want to reteach people how to market or how to buy. We market to them with what works in an environment that allows them to purchase in the many ways that marketing comes in. Directly, indirectly, ascension, right? And the more articles that we write, the more pages we add, the more products we represent, the more angles on each of those products we represent, the more creates more, right? The longer you're doing this, it's piling up. And I know there's a frustration point for a lot of students when they're, not just piling in, 40, 50 hours a week, and they're doing a little bit at a time. You're getting somewhere. You're still getting somewhere. It's like Sean here. Maybe he's going for 1 million steps today. He's only going to get there 1 step at a time, right? And as you keep building these offers and keep adding these categories, and it gets more and more complete, there comes a point where you've done so much work, you've got so much out there, you've got so many things that are indexing, it starts happening bigger. That's how it goes. And I'm watching a lot of people start picking that stuff up and they get it, and we stress all the time, like the only way you can fail here is to quit, that's all there is. That's the only way you can fail. But you want to keep building and structuring things to where you are really gaining from your understanding of where we're going. Completing 1 page a week, awesome. That's 1 step at a time. So I want to really stress on next Saturday on the 19th, we're going to call it Global PBS Day, and we're going to start pushing that out there. Tell all your students to come on. I'm gonna build it from top down. As long as it takes Saturday till whenever. We're going to see how long it takes to take a new standard PBS that from start to finish. I might even do from start to finish. I might do a VIP one. Start to finish. I want to see how far along some of them are. I'll pick somebody and build out their system. Start to finish. Mine's already done, right? So I'm going to do one start to finish. You guys will be on there, and we're gonna just cover a lot of things. But I wanted to just cover this today, and then I'm gonna go do some work here. What we're doing as bloggers individually is still really awesome. But remember, you're part of a family, and you're part of a marketing family that we're all working in a consensus direction. So, what I mean by that, when someone goes to Amazon they go and they search, they see Amazon, right? It builds up and goes to Jeff Bezos at the top, right? What we do is we all have an individual system. They all look similar on purpose. We want it to be familiar when people go from one to another. We're all marketing in different ways. We don't have one name that everything goes to and then disperses out. No, we have all of our domains based on the marketing that we do. We're doing it in the affiliate marketing first. And when people go to that and they see it, we want them to be more and more that we do this, they're going to feel like, oh, I've been here before. Oh, I've been here before. It builds trust. It builds credibility. And we're all doing it in this succinct way. It's just one of the points that I knew would make a difference, right? The marketing memes that we have, right? Same consensus direction. All professional images, looking sharp, covering the topics that we want to cover, the anchor offers typically, right? And we're all pushing the same images out there. Obviously, the difference is our logo, where we tell them to go or how we put it out there, and they're going to see it over and over again. And the more we're putting those out there and they're the same, we all gain from another edge of marketing. We gain from the Coca-Cola marketing. We gain from having lots of us doing it a little bit even. And then and when someone sees it again, the credibility grows. And a lot of that's subconscious. A lot of that's things that happen in just the Ascension marketing plan. But that's all of us together, right? And the more of us that are doing it, the more of us going that direction, that consensus does work. And it's something that no one else can do but us by our numbers. So I wanted just to let you guys know what we're doing has a massive plan behind it. And it's something that's stretched out to last forever. And while it takes a while to build up, every new person coming in to RRR247 that gets this up and going gains from what we've already been doing. We literally are launching a success platform that is pre-set up for anybody that joins us. The more we're doing, the more we're going to get from this, and in the ways we pay it forward too. You know, we're not there to analyze every aspect of it. And, you know, when you go and put 1,000 ads out there, you know, and it's getting the message out there and people are seeing the page, you don't recognize the ripple effect that it has from the, you know, even the 10 people that click on it. They're going to click around and see things. It builds awareness, consciousness. It's an amazing process that we're doing. And it's hard to see. And it's one of those things I just felt like I needed to talk about today, because what we've been doing and building this up over all these years are why we're getting bigger and bigger contracts. It's why we're getting more and more things coming at us, because we've proven things out, but it's all these little things that are adding up. So when you, even a brand new person getting in here and they start doing what we tell them to do and they're following the system, they're contributing to where we're going, but they're also gaining from what we've already done. It's a joint effort with everybody here. The power of that is just phenomenal. And if you can think about that, just see what we're doing here. You hopefully, back to the identity, we're professional marketers, right? That's what we are. And we're part of a huge marketing community to market, you know, the things that we think the world needs and connecting products and services with consumers. We're professional marketers. Own it. Be proud of it. It's getting bigger and bigger and more recognized out there. And the best part about it is that it's already built in a manner that we can get paid for what we're worth. The more we grow, the more we help others, the more we, you know, expand what we have, the better opportunity it is for everybody involved. Anyway, I just think it's freaking phenomenal. I'm having these incredible creative things and working on it. But next week again, that's gonna be pretty fun. All right, now I'm gonna pull up some pages. All right, so I'm just logging into the main system that I build when I do a lot of extra stuff on. I'll run my updates like always. You guys see these, run these, especially like Yoast. And I'm going to go to my pages. I've been working on a lot of pages. I'm going to go to dates. I'm going to go from March. See, March, I guess I want to go next month. I'll show you guys something that I do. And actually, I'll show you guys this. So we try to cancel a gym membership. We travel a lot, and this was like over a year ago. And I don't want you guys to see this. To me, this is therapeutical, but also I can get the stuff out there, and there's an angle for it. I'm going to show you guys this really quick since I pulled up. So Tanya, myself, a bunch of our kids, we canceled our gym membership. When we went in to cancel, there's a story on it here, right? We went in to cancel, and they told us we had to call the corporate office, right? So, okay, fine. We call the corporate office. Nobody's answering. And this is, kind of during the COVID time here, and they'd open things up here. We didn't need to wear masks in the gym. So it was kind of after all that, and they had like the thing where, they stopped charging our membership during COVID for a few months. They got compensated, whatever. And we got the cancellation we thought done, but no one had answered. So I left a detailed message about it, and took our accounts off, took the billing off the accounts, just, and did all that. And I called back and did it again a week later because no one ever answered me back. Okay. So what, a year goes by, I get notified by, attorney letters, call, and I deal with it. I've got to pay for memberships way after we canceled. They terminated our accounts, but kept charging and putting this stuff through, negotiated that down, closed it out. But, it just infuriates me. And then I'm talking to a bunch of friends, all of them had a similar situation, same gym. So I went through the process. They actually have an app they want you to download and do things on. I use the app. There was no termination thing on the app. They say it on there, but you got to do it in writing. That's how they're doing it now. You sign up really easy. I mean, they give you the paperwork, the forms, right? They make it easy to get in, and then it's really hard to get out. And that is just one of those businesses that do that. I'm sure that they've been struggling because a lot of people canceled the gym memberships that had them for years because COVID woke a lot of people up. And a lot of people were shutting down anything that was costing them money that they weren't using. Got it. I just didn't like being, I definitely felt like I was being, assaulted by it because it wasn't just me. It wasn't just Tanya. It was all of our memberships, right? It was like everybody. So I wrote this article about it, and it made me feel way better, right? I've already dealt with it. There's nothing more they're going to do. Enough people complain. They can, go through their billing practices. But I just put an article about it, and I wrote this out and posted it and just put it out there. I also did a biohacking thing on the bottom, but I noticed that a lot of people were having issues, and I just put this out there. So when people start doing Vasa, eventually I will rank. I will pull up there. And I tell them to send their cancellation in writing. It's a nightmare that way. I didn't go into a big rant against them so much. I turned it into a marketing message. And for me, this was a way for me to vent and just get it out of my head and go forward, right? And I actually totally forgot about it until I pulled it up today for you guys. But I want you guys can see this. This is something I'll just do. Now, therapeutically, I got my message out there. I do what I like to do in the form of the Art of Performance blogging. I wrote it in a way that's an article, and I put a plug to our biohacking, right? Right there, boom, put a plug to the biohacking. I will always cross-market something, and when I do one of these, I always will, right? Now, I've done it, I forget it. You guys, I was really upset because it's just not right? And we all have these issues that come up in life, and I just turn it to a positive. I'll put it out there. You guys, I did something on a McDonald's article, and I get great traffic from it. I don't ever write things based on I'm going to get traffic on it all the time. Some things I do, but sometimes it's just therapeutical for me. I just go put this out there. I turn it into an article marketing thing, push it out there and call it good. I just did. And it's going to be out there for forever now, right? Forever. So this is an example. I'll preview this so I can get my link of things that we can do all the time. So, when you're frustrated about something, not necessarily about someone per se, but something, right? A business, even if it's local to you, you don't know what's going to draw traffic and everything else, but I just put that out there. Now, this isn't in any of my categories, right? It's not. And I came up with a good phrase for it, and I did it. I toned it down after I wrote it, and then I'm done. But you guys, I literally, until I pull it up today, I literally done in my mind, not going to carry it forward, move forward, get rid of the juju, right? Get rid of that juju. So I'm just going here. I'll put this in the chat. I didn't, I just did that and great, right? And made sure it was green, practice my stuff on there, but it got that emotion out of there. Emotion is great. Emotion is a momentum that we can do whatever we want with it. We can make it ruin our day. We can turn it around, anything like that. Some emotion's great and it's worth, going for. If I got great service from something, reviews are one thing, right? Reviews are one thing. I could write a review and link to my review. That's not a bad idea either. I actually might do that. Now that I'm thinking about it, I can go do a review, tell them how I don't like their practices. And then in the review, I will link to this. I will link to this, right? So I'll go to Google, do a review. I probably should try to find it. Let's see. I'll go to Google. There's their website. This is them, right? I'm gonna go to Google reviews for Massive Fitness. There's Facebook reviews, all of these here. Let's have fun with it, all right? So I want the Google one. Yeah, you're gonna see all sorts of nasty stuff on this company. I'm not even, and I think I might have to log into Trustpilot. Let's see. I'll continue with Google. I'm gonna go to my page, copy it, and I wish you could give them a negative star, right? Look, you guys, this should tell you everything, right? Reviews are everything and they're important. I'm just showing you guys how to cross market a page. This is, oh my gosh, look, you guys hear me go, and I know I think I've earned absolute credibility with everybody. And I'm telling you, we had a problem with this gym. Look at the reviews. This company literally sucks, right? They are absolutely dishonest. And I don't know how they keep their merchant accounts up. I don't, right? And they have their contracts and they have their guys that argue it. But that that's a tough business, right? I get it with COVID, but look, nobody likes them. And yet they still get gym memberships to sign up, right? So I'll come on here, throw this on here. I'm going to go here. I've already written it, right? Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. I've been doing these reviews for a long time and putting photos up and doing the Google reviews as much as I can. A lot of people do. What they don't do is link it to a page. Like we can link it to our blog page, right? So I'll come here and just grab this. And I'm going to grab my article page. Okay, put a little thing on there, and let's put absolute nightmare, even after a long. Okay, way wordy. Let's see if it even goes. I'm going to copy that so I don't have to keep writing it. They don't allow links. This one doesn't. Okay, no problem. So then I just go. I have my backup ways I do it, right? Okay, so there's that one. Oh, I'm gonna go to Google again. Um, this is Vasa Fitness Provo. I'm gonna do a review. I'm trying to find the one on BBB. Sure, why not? See, you guys are gonna see. I'm not the only one, obviously, right? They suck, right? Oh my gosh. Um, and let's see if they let me put a link in here. I'm gonna always try to put the link if it'll let me. This is a multi-million-dollar like big gym here, guys. They're not even accredited either, right? But it's that's a BBB thing. Not that I really care about them. I'm gonna post my reviews. Worst case, they take it down. Best case, I put it up there for a second. Yeah, they suck. Okay, let me go back out here. That they're all the same. I mean, so I was looking for another review. I wanted a Google review. Let's see. They don't obviously post their reviews, apparently. Okay, so I'm done with that for now. I'll just be done for that. And I put it out there. See if I go to Google. See reviews. Is that it? Let's see. Okay, I can do it on my tablet. Okay, I do that there. So I'll go do that on my Google Map. I guess I'll do it on my phone. I know how to do it that way. I was just saying there's a way to do it online so you guys can see it. But I'm gonna go leave reviews. And there's videos on how to do it, for crying out loud, right? But I'm gonna go leave. Google usually lets me leave links. So I'm gonna go do all that. So there's one little tidbit today. Now let's go back to where I was going on. I'll go back and finish that some more. And it's one of those things, like I create that page, and let's say that I'm at the airport and I'm waiting for something to do. That's an advertising post that I can do anytime. Like I have the page built, I can go put it out there anytime. I can go add more reviews and go back to it. You don't need to miss it right away. And then also I leave positive reviews sometimes. So like I'll go, oh my gosh, you take a picture and upload it on your cell phone. Here, I'll stop this for a second. I can literally go. I went to this place coming back from Key West. We were driving, stopped at this pizza place, took a picture of the pizza. We were starving, which made the pizza taste even better, but it was so good that we ate an entire huge pizza. There's just two of us. No shame here, guys. No shame. No shame. Ate the whole freaking thing with them, ordered another one to take on the way because we were going to drive. It was that good that even after eating the whole thing, we both looked at each other and said, we're willing to wait to get another one to go. And took a picture of it, put it up on a review, and it's gotten several views. The picture's been seen, noted, what my words got read, right? It's a headline. What I didn't do was put a link on it. What I should have done, put a link on it, right? And even something as little as easy as, this is some of the great pizza I've ever had. Here's my description, but man, if you want to hear more, I could have told a really good story about it. And I should have. I could have typed it out right there while I was waiting for them to make the freaking pizza, right? Have a page done, put it out there, have it on there. Now Google's sending people to it, and you never understand or think how many people are going to see it, and you shouldn't. They're a business. People are going to come by. What I found out is when people see my thing and make a comment that it helped them, or they get a thumbs up and the story made them laugh, right? The more thumbs up you get, the higher you're ranking that review for people to see. Okay, I'm putting this out there so everybody can see this is another way to market. This is the stuff I like to share with you guys as we can on these Saturdays. Okay, now here's the thing. Tanny and I went to this. I have lots of stories about this place. It's called the Artisan. It's in Vegas. I took some pictures of Tanya sitting next to the art, and I put some cute little comments that everybody liked. I've literally received like 100,000 views from that. Once again, I didn't put a link. Now, I think you can go modify yourself, but it's ranked up there. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm just seeing something that even I missed while I was just being out there and about. So now I'm switching my thinking. I put links on everything. If I can't put a link, I do the dot thing in the middle. I think if we're all uniform in that, it'll catch on if it hasn't already, right? So even when you're out and about, you guys, marketing never sleeps. Our websites are working for us. They never sleep. So sometimes just tweaking our habits of the directions we're going or what we need to do. And I mean for anything. You know, if I order something in the restaurant, it's really good, I can write my review about it, but I can write it as a page, right? And then I can copy that, put it on there, link it to there. People like to read reviews, and when people are like, you got their attention. If they're looking at your review and there's a link to go to more story and it takes them more, now they're in my PBS. And it's through Google or you know, a pretty high accredited search derivative system like Trustpilot, Yelp, and that's going to only help our ratings and our rankings and everything that we're also doing. It's all part of that process. Is there anyone here that's never thought about leaving a review with your link before? Raise your hands just so I can see if I made any impact today. So I every now, okay, you guys are making me happy. Okay, great. So I got 6 minutes. I probably can do another example. You whip out a page, and here's the thing about whipping out that page. You can start it and finish it later. Leave the review while you're there, so because you're there. You can finish the page later. Now, I did a page. I got to tell you this story. All right, it's a little bit personal, so I'll leave the details out of it. Right, you can probably find it, but we went through some blended family issues and dealing with my ex-wife. Okay, and we went through a professional evaluator again, and it was a very horrific experience, that very unethical the way that she handled things. And so I put my voice out there about it because you can, right? I also put a link on that one because my story was so long that I didn't have room to put it in there. And I wanted to represent exactly what had happened from top to bottom. And I did that, right? And forgot about it. Therapeutical, right? Did it. We were you know, at the end of it, it was, you know, it was going to be there or not. The thing about Google reviews is, you guys know they last forever. They last forever. Unless they can prove they're fraud or a competitor, or unless they can prove that they're malicious, but it's a real review. I was a real client, not the best review, right? And I put a link on there. And people were able to go to that link and find me. And you guys, I have had several fathers, in this case, reply back to the stuff that I put on there as a father with their, and tell me how I got thank yous. I've got gratitude that they didn't think they were crazy because of how their situation went. All sorts of things I touched their lives that I had no intention of doing or even thinking that was a possibility from that as well. But you guys, I get traffic from that. So this thing that it's worked itself out, always, you know, kind of does, right? Is that, you know, maybe, but I got marketing out of it. And sharing that story and putting that out there as a review, it's coming back. And I literally made that link, not trying to market it, but I had too much to say that it wouldn't fit. And I want to make sure I represented it properly, right? I think everybody should be, I mean, we're all held accountable. It's a more visible world as it is, right? Honesty should be shared, so should dishonesty. Good things should be shared too. Here's the thing I can tell you about food, right? This is going to lead right into our next, you know, awesome topic of wine. Food, people like food. They look at reviews of restaurants all the time. You might live in that place for your whole life, and you go to the same, you know, place you like it. You may have never left a review in your entire life yet. Leave one for them. Help them out. But also, you can highlight different things. You say, it's great to take this home and enjoy it with the Ricard Merlot. It's great to take this home, and I had this with this amazing More Than Muse Cabernet Sauvignon. Here's where I found it. Nothing stops you from doing that because it's related. I took takeout from here, went home and had an amazing bottle, and you can put the link and say, to share with, you know, how our family had it and see more pictures. Click here. They can click there. There's your pictures of it. You can do all of these things. You can get creative with it. And not only is it effective, but you guys, you're posting one link in that case, and I would duplicate it in Yelp and anywhere else too, right? Not only does it get out there, but if you're a good storyteller, Tom DiBartolo, you should be doing this all the time because your stories are freaking on awesomeness. They're just awesome. They make me laugh. They get my emotions going. You should be doing these because when people see that, then they're going to start looking at other things you have. You guys, this is probably one of the best ways of free ad postings that hasn't been exploited by us yet. And I do it without thinking about it. So I wanted to share it today when that came up, but I also wanted to reflect on one more thing. There's so many other things we can do. If you get your mind in the way of marketing all the time, it's just going to be more adaptive. I've heard this before. I'm going to market every second that I want to get paid. I'm going to spend my time marketing every second I want to build my business. I actually dream of marketing and sleep on it and meditate on it all the time. It's what we are. And this goes back to owning what we are. Own it. I'm actually really proud to be a marketer. You know, today, saying I'm a marketer, professional marketer versus years ago, people, they're more aware of it now. Social media has done a lot with that. The way the ads are thrown out to everybody, and more and more people are finding out how we're getting, our data and information is being, paid for by advertising. All that stuff is more, people are more aware of it now. Own up to it. Here's what happens. Most people can't market. They'll come to you. They'll ask you about things, right? You guys, I'll open up some things here. We're going to be able to market more and more things in more and more ways. If we find certain products and services that we like that have a poor marketing situation or they come at us, doesn't mean we can't add it. Because we got Cash Network Direct. We can add about anything and track anything now. Just about, if they're set up properly, right? Stacey, I'll put that caveat out there. You guys, we're going a different direction like that, and we just add in the category pages. But you guys take advantage of the reviews. Everybody here can write a review because we all have mouths and we all eat. We all go to restaurants at some point. That's a review. Where you shop is a review. Pet stores, right? You can put a thing on there and say it's great, and then I'll say I also found these great things for my dog at this. Yeah, it's a little bit aimed. You can do that. You're a real customer. It's hard for them to take that off. You can do a plug. They can't stop you from doing a plug. It's a review site. They can say they don't allow links, so just put the dot in the middle. Like I did. That'll be if we're all doing the same thing, everybody will start catching on. They'll like, oh, that's what that means. Most people know that now, but let's all disagree that we're going to do the brackets and dot in point of the dot so that the link works. We have to take off the HTTPS, probably do, right? Everybody knows that they don't need that anyway. I just do that and make it a hyperlink when I put a hyperlink. Okay, so if you're doing takeout and you're going to pair it with wine, say it, put it out there, and then do a little story right up on it. It's just got to be green, right? Green in when you create that page, it doesn't have to be indexed in any categories. You've already linked it to a place that's going to get some views. You guys, I take pictures when I go to these hotels now, and I'm going to start writing more reviews and putting it up, right? And I put it up there. Well, you could create a hotel review page, right? And you can just alphabetize it A to B and just go add a little insert on that hotel and link to that same place with all of them. You don't need to make an individual page for all of them either. You can make it its own category page that you don't necessarily index on your page, right? You can just make another category page that's floating, make another ad page that's floating, right? You can link your holiday page in another review. I want you guys to start thinking about this process. We'll spend more time on it as it comes up, but I wanted to really open up and expand the link posting stuff. You guys, some of these things I do without even thinking about it because it's a habit for me. And when I start breaking it down and, anyway, I probably have a lot of other things to walk you guys through. I'll try to get to them. But I just do it without thinking. And it's like when I first started creating all the training for this, I didn't realize how many things I do in a day or in the sequence of what I do and how many steps there are. I'm still trying to teach you guys this stuff. There is plenty that I haven't trained you on yet. I'll get there one step at a time, but I want to make sure we're all productive. And then when it comes to posting links, reviews are a great way to do it. And if we're all doing it in mass, it's going to build up. That Coca-Cola marketing is going to build into it. The Ascension marketing is going to build into it. It's, gosh, I mean, if anybody's taken, this just came to my mind. I probably could write about it for one of my labs, but is anybody taking their dog to their vet because they were just so gassy all the time, you're worried about them? That would be a great story. And then you found another product later in life. I'm telling you, that product makes people laugh, but then they also go, I think I need that at home. I'm just saying there's so many things we have that does that. And it just needs to be one gateway to come into our system. You guys maybe heard me say this before. One good article can bring you 100,000 new visitors a month, a week, a day, a minute. It's just got to be in the right place. It's got to get the right exposure. Something can take off and go viral that you never expected. Tanya and I took those pictures at the Artisan with Tanya. It has so many hits, so many likes, and everything that's on there because I just took a really good picture. And I actually think that, Tanya looks amazing. So I'm sure that's what it was. And the art pieces, it was just for that place. And they got recognition. They don't want to take it down. They want exposure. I want exposure. I just didn't put a link anywhere in there, right? So that's what we need to just adapt on and go on. That being said, it's time to close this. Next Saturday, we're going to build it from top to bottom. And that being said, God bless, and let's go to our wine hour.